What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Little recap of yesterday's free picks. So just want to go ahead and say, I know I've been cold the last 3 days. Last 3 or 4 days have been a little bit rough, and I do apologize. We just got really unlucky yesterday, man. Yesterday could have been good. So obviously I had Jamal Murray points cash. Zubac didn't do anything last night. Any other player but Zubac would have been the play. Harden or Kawhi especially. If I would have played either one of those, we would have cashed out. But I didn't. I went with the big man, and he sold me. And then if we go to baseball, so Verlander cashed. That one wasn't too sweaty. And then we had Shane Baz. Now, Shane Baz was the other baseball play, 17.5 pitching outs. That's the one we got extremely unlucky. The dude had like a 50 or 60 pitch count going into the 5th inning. And then he just blew up the 5th and 6th and got pulled and hooked us by 0.5, or hooked us. So ended up with 17. That one's unfortunate. Then looking at our sports book plays, I did say Pistons money line, which chalked. Obviously, the Knicks ended up finishing the series off last night. And then I said Clippers money line or game total for that game. I said I liked the game total, but being at Clippers, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Could have made a good amount on that if we would have done it. But anyways, Clippers money line did end up cashing, and they're going to Game 7. So looking at this, guys, we got a 1-game slate tonight. We got the Houston Rockets playing the Golden State Warriors. This is going to be Game 6. And Golden State is leading the series right now 3-2, playing at home. So got a nice little matchup. I don't dislike the game. I don't love this matchup personally in terms of player props. But in terms of watching the game, they're not bad games. So anyways, we do have that. Before we do anything, guys, I want to pick a winner to get a free VIP from yesterday's comments. And I do this in every video. If we get 250 likes, I'll pick another random comment down below. So make sure you guys drop a comment. Leave a like on the video. You do have to be subscribed to win. Let's pick our winner from yesterday. So winner is for Mr. T. And he says, does the $25 VIP for daily betting slips include other picks as well, or just the free picks? All right, that's actually a good question. See, I like when you guys ask questions that I can answer in the comments like this. This one is actually a good one. So yes, the $25 VIP, which you guys can get on our WAP down below, does include other picks. So that's every single play that I play and Ace plays, all of our mods. We have an entire betting community. Even if you don't want to tell me personally, let's say you think my picks are absolute garbage, you can still join our Discord and tell some of the mods or some of the other guys in there that drop picks, and you can make a lot of money. So it's an entire sports betting community that you're getting. Yes, there will be sections of the Discord where you can get every single play that I drop, and I have them all listed by app, which I will make a video guide showing how to use VIP very soon. I've been putting that off, and I need to do it. But Mr. T, send me a message in Discord, man. You got a free month of VIP, and yeah, you can test it out for yourself. But once again, guys, drop a comment and like for your chance at free VIP. Looking at some of our wins from yesterday, we had this Kawhi Leonard, Moniak, and Thompson, and I know I just butchered that, but anyway, and Thompson, 2.3x over on Sleeper, 75 to win 200. We have Jokic and Leonard, the free play or the pick on sale, $75 to win 150. And we had Verlander and Kikuchi, 75 to win 149. So we had a lot of Verlander last night. He did cash a lot of it. He did sell the win, I believe, but it happens. But anyways, guys, once again, if you want to get all of our plays, link for our WAPs down in the description. You can sign up using any partnered app to get a free month. Link for all the partnered apps are down in the description. Just use our code. Make the minimum deposit, send me a screenshot, and you can get up to 7 full months for free. You get 1 month for every app. And yeah, let's jump into these plays, guys. So Rockets Warriors, my opinion of this game. So looking at the game, you got minus 218 odds for Golden State to finish the series tonight. That's what I lean to happen. Now, I think this game will be competitive. I think Houston could cover this 6-point spread. You could probably buy it up to 7.5 and get 7.5 or something like that for a little bit worse odds, and that'd probably be a good play in my opinion too. But I do think Houston keeps the game close. I think Golden State's ending the series. Now, if you guys want to reverse me, I wouldn't blame you based off of how I've been doing on some of these money lines the last couple days. But which I guess looking at this list over here hasn't been that bad for NBA. But anyways, looking at the public betting money line, we got 76% of the bets and 79% of the money running with Golden State money line. So majority of the public is on the Golden State. You can see 62% of the money is on the Rockets to cover the spread. So you have that as well. And then you got the total. 93% of the money is on the over 2.5 or 205.5 total. That is a ton, which makes me want to fade the prop. Now I will say, majority of the Golden State Rockets games are not very fast paced. So we're going to look at this. You can see Houston versus Golden State, the over 205.5 only cashes 38% of the time. So majority of the time they're going under. Now, if you look at the last two games have been the opposite of the other 50 games. So you can see 247 total, a 250 total the last game in Houston, and then a 215 total before that in Golden State. Then you had 197, 203, a 180 game, 202, 203. So they have not been going over barely at all. You can look at all these X's. Tons of X's, only 2 greens. In my opinion, the over-under on this one's a little bit sketchy, but yeah, looking at the over-under, I don't dislike the over 2.5, 205.5, because these last couple games have been a lot more fast-paced, and they seem to be making a little bit more of their shots. But we'll see tonight, man. I could see this being a defensive game. I'll probably fade the total myself. I'm not going to play a whole lot on the sportsbook side of this game anyway. So I'll probably, if I do anything, maybe a Houston spread, but I do think Golden State wins. So Golden State money line minus 218 is a little bit juiced, but I do think that the money line does cash. But anyways, jumping over to player props. So we have one game, obviously, Rockets Warriors. Tomorrow we have Clippers Nuggets. Sunday we got Pacers Cavs. So on that one, hopefully ends up being a good matchup. I don't know how I feel about that game, but we'll see. But anyway, let's stick to this Rockets Warriors game right now, and let's jump into some player props. So first player prop I have of the day is going to be on the Rockets side of things. So I'm going to do one pick from each team, then I'm going to go over to baseball, and I'm going to give a couple of MLB plays as well that I really like. So first pick of the day is going to be for our man Sengun. So I'm running with our man Sengun. I'm running with his rebounds and assists. Now, this has been a prop that he's cashed pretty consistently this series. So rebounds and assists, you can get it at 14.5. You can see he's cashed 6 of his last 10 games, and then you can see he's cashed it 4 straight games in this series. Now, he missed the first game, that first 180-point total they had back on the 20th. He only had 9 rebounds, and 1 assist, which he struggled with, and they ended up losing that game. But the last 4 games, Sengun has been killing it. 23, 15, 15, and 18. So these 2 barely cashed, but the other 2 he went far over. If you look at Golden State's rebounds and assist defense to the center position, they give up 25th in the league in rebounds and 18th in assists. So a lot of stats do go to the center position, especially for the rebounds and assists. 13 rebounds and 4 assists per game on average to every team. If you go head-to-head, Sengun's cashed this line 8 of his 12 games versus Golden State. And if you look at this season, so the season starts right here, you can see, what is that, 7-3. So 7 of his 10 games this season he has cashed versus Golden State. So he has a lot of success versus Golden State. Obviously, when Golden State gives up stats like this, it's hard not to. But Sengun at 14.5, I think that's a good play, especially going to Golden State, knowing they're going to come out. He's going to have to come out here and show out. So Sengun, 14.5 rebounds and assists is pick number 1. And you can get this line over here on Parlay Play. Come down here, rebounds and assists. Original line 1.7x. If you guys sign up using code FANTASYACES on Parlay Play, get a free month of VIP. They give you $5 for free, and they double your first deposit up to $100. So realistically, you could deposit $10. They would give you $25 to bet with, and you get a free month of VIP for $10. So really no brainer on that one. We will check it on Prizepicks. See what Prizepicks has for Sengun. I'm assuming it's going to be 15, because I did see if he was 15 on some apps. Let's see here. I wish Prizepicks was a little bit more like, what am I thinking? What am I trying to say? Organized, I guess. So 15 rebounds and assists they have Sengun. So you get better value over on Parlay Play. So I wouldn't lock this in on Prizepicks. Play it on Parlay Play. It's a good play on Parlay Play, in my opinion. 1.7x. You're not really losing any value on that. So jumping into pick number 2 of the day, we will be jumping over to the Golden State side of things. We're going to be running it back. Now, I know a lot of people aren't going to like this, but I've got to run with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is one of the only players right now that I'm trusting on the Golden State side of things. And sometimes it bites me in the butt like last game. But I do like this play again. And it's a boosted play over here in Parlay Play, so you can see. Let's go. So 29.5 PRA, you can get a 1.4x. So you can play these 2 plays on Parlay Play for a 2.3x value. $75 would win 170, which is good value in my opinion. So I am taking Jimmy Butler. I'm running it back. His PRA, his original line's 33.5. So if you play it on Parlay Play, you do get a 4-point discount, and you can buy it all, or I'm not saying buy it down, but if you take it at 29.5, you can see he's cashed 6 of his last 8 games. So this is one of those where he is coming off of an injury. Obviously he had that pelvic bruising or whatever, but he's not game time decision. He's been game time decision the last couple of games. Now he's not even on the injury list. So if you look at this His last game he had 15 versus Houston. He only played 25.4 minutes. They struggled. They did get beat by 15. I don't even think Butler came out the fourth quarter. It is what it is. Now, the rest of the series and the rest of the past 10 games, Butler has been killing this line. Almost 40 PRA per game. He's averaging 30 even with that 5 and that 15 head-to-head versus the Rockets. He has struggled. Now, if you look at games, the games this season start right here. He's only cashed it 3 of 6 games. So 50% of games he's cashed versus the Rockets. But once again, this is a game where they can end this series. They can have a little bit of a break. And I think Jimmy Butler comes out here, and I think he cashes this out. So that is going to be our second pick, Jimmy Butler over 29.5 PRA. Looking at Houston's defense, bottom or top 10 defense at every single category. They don't give up many stats. Small forward and power forward, they don't give up much more. And obviously, they're going to be a very good defensive team, which doesn't allow a lot of stats. Regardless, 30 for Butler should be doable, and he should cash this out. So I'm going to pull it up on Props Madness. We're going to look at the shot chart. Shot chart's going to be red most likely, and I'm completely wrong about that. But anyways, shot chart. So you got green and yellow. So the shot chart actually looks good, which actually surprises me. I didn't expect that. So 55% of his shots are under the rim, 20% in the paint, which he has a green matchup here. Then the rest is going to be yellow from the three-point line and mid-range. So everything looks good for Jimmy Butler right there. If you look at similar players versus the Rockets, the hit rate's 33%. Not many players have been cashing their points line versus the Rockets, including LeBron, Kawhi, Wagner, Durant, lots of players. If you go to by position, to this forward position, not many forwards have been cashing versus the Rockets either. 6 of the last 15, 40%. So overall, the matchup is about as tough as it gets in terms of defense. We already know Houston plays pretty slow, and they have a very good defense. But regardless, I think Butler gets 30 tonight. I think he cashes this out, and I like the play. So I am going to pull our 2 NBA plays up over here on Predictive Profits. We're going to take a look at what they have him projected at, and we're going to see if we're on the right side of the projections anyway. So the first pick we have was Sengun, rebounds and assists. They have projected to go over 15. So Sengun's looking good. They have projected at 15.1 pretty much, or right at 15. So they have projected to do that. Don't take the 15 line. They have it projected for a push, but at 14.5, he should cash us out, and I like this play a lot. So Sengun is projected to go over, which makes me feel good. And then Butler. We'll see what they have for Butler. So they only have Jimmy Butler on the board, unfortunately. So Sengun's on our side, Butler's not. It is what it is, or Butler's not on here. But regardless, those are our first 2 plays. For our next 2 plays, we will be jumping over to MLB. A couple of baseball plays since we only have a 1-game NBA slate. We're not going to force any more on the slate. Got to play this a little bit smart, a little bit strategic. And let's jump into our first baseball play of the day. So the first baseball play that I have is going to be for our man Jesus Luzardo. I'm taking Luzardo over 17.5 pitching outs. So Luzardo, the Philly pitcher. Luzardo has had a phenomenal season. I remember I took his under one game, and he made me look extremely stupid. So Luzardo, I've actually become kind of a fan of him this season. So looking at Luzardo on the season, he's catched his line 4 of his 6 games. He's averaging over 18 pitching outs per game. He just pitched 18 outs versus the Cubs. Then he had 21 the game before that versus Miami, which is 7 full innings. He did go under versus the Giants, and then he went under versus Washington in one of these games. But overall, dude, he's been killing it. The game I took him under was versus the Dodgers, where he pitched 7 full innings, which obviously, like I said, made me look dumb. But anyways, Luzardo, 17.5 pitching outs. He should be good to go. Looking at pitches thrown, he's averaging 95 pitches per game. He just threw 102 versus the Cubs, so he doesn't have a short leash. He'll be out there up to 100. Over 100 pitches if necessary. They are playing against Arizona at home, so this is a tough matchup. Arizona, the Diamondbacks have a very good, pretty good offense. You can come down here and look at Arizona's batting versus left-handed pitchers. You can see they're ranked kind of middle of the pack, and then a lot of these on-base percentages and stuff, they're getting a little bit in the bottom 10 in terms of offense. So looking at Luzardo's statistics, he's 85th percentile in strikeouts, 77th percentile in WHIP. WHIP is walks and hits per inning pitched. So he gives up right at 1 walker hit per inning, which is actually good. And everything else looking good too. ERA is a 173. We can look at Luzardo. He's 3-0 to start the season. 173 ERA, 10 strikeouts per 9 innings. So he's well over a strikeout per inning pitcher. Dude has had a phenomenal season so far, and I like Luzardo a lot at 17.5. So I've already locked him in, and you can see he is boosted for Ks. This is a good play right here too. If you guys do want to play a promo on a parlay play, they have Luzardo strikeouts 4.5. I'm definitely going to lock that in. That's a good play, and pitching outs is good as well. So got that locked in at right at 1.6x if you play it on parlay play. And I don't know if you can get this on Prizepicks. I haven't checked on Prizepicks. Luzardo, It's going to be a goblin. If so, 17.5 pitching outs. And we will check and see if the value is better on Prizepicks. So Luzardo, 17.5. Then our second play for baseball is going to be another pitching out prop. We're going to be taking our man Hunter Green, another pitcher who is, he's been really a cash cow for me in terms of baseball. Hunter Green cashes us out a lot. Now, I got him at 17.5. According to OUTLIER, he's 18.5. So getting him at 17.5 is going to be tough. I got it on sleeper. I don't know that he's been bumped, and not the under. We're going with the over. So over 17.5 is what I locked in. So the Discord did get this play early, over 17.5. If you're not in the Discord, that is another advantage of being in there. You do get plays before the video comes out, so you do get a better chance of locking them in early. But you can see our man Hunter Green has catched his 4 of 6 games this season as well. He had one game. He pitched 26 innings versus the Giants, one of the best teams in the league right now. 7 innings versus Pittsburgh and Texas. So he's pitching very well versus a lot of good offensive teams. Tonight they are playing against Washington. Washington's not a huge offensive team. They're kind of, you can look 18th, 19th, 23rd, 16th. So a lot of their stuff's not looking insane. And I don't know why this is red. Anything over 20 should be red. These should be going towards the green, and then this should be green. So they got it projected as me picking the under, which is all this is reversed. So the 2 greens are bad, and all the reds should be green for us right now. But anyways, everything looks good. You can see he's the 94th percentile in Ks, 96th percentile in WHIP with a .85 WHIP. ERA sitting at 2.7, which isn't bad. You can look at Hunter Green on the season. He's 3-2, 270 ERA. Has 10.55 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. There's no season matchup versus Washington, but our man Green has been killing it. He should go at least 6 full innings versus Washington. His pitch counts around 92 pitches on average. He has several games where he's pitching right at 100. Shouldn't be anything to worry about tonight with Hunter Green, I don't think. And I think he cashes this line fairly easy. So I got him locked in on sleeper. He might be available on parlay play. We will see. I'm hoping he is. So they don't have Hunter Green at all, except for that double thing, the combination. So he might come on the board. I don't know. I'll check Prizepicks real quick too. I got him on sleeper. It's probably removed by now if it's removed everywhere else. Yeah, so he's not on the board. Might have to wait for this one to come back, but I did get him locked in on sleeper. If you're in the Discord, you already see it. But anyways, that is our 4th pick. So recap, guys, we have Sengun, 14.5 rebounds and assists. Butler, 29.5 PRA boosted prop, and then Luzardo over 17.5 pitching outs. And I'll go ahead and say this: if you guys do want to throw in 4.5 Ks for Luzardo on something, I like that play a lot. But Luzardo, 17.5 PO, and then we have Hunter Green, 17.5 pitching outs as well. Lock them in if you like them, fade them if you don't. Hopefully Golden State gets that dub tonight, finishes the series off, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video once we cash.